And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our Brazilian Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Hellfire. It is Yan. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Brazilian Protoss, the Blue Protoss player himself, representing Ximius Gaming. Coming back after a long hiatus, a long retirement, it is Shakti. Let's go, and again, if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Will it be our Terran or our Protoss? Will it be the veteran or the up-and-comer? Let's go. I mean, I say up-and-comer, like, Yan is also a bit of a veteran himself, but he's just much younger. Again, for some context, Yan first debuted back in around 2020. Fun fact, back then, he was actually a really solid player, and he was improving so much so quickly in a short period of time. But Yan actually was ineligible to play in EPT. He actually could not compete in the ESL Pro Tour because he was too young. In EPT, you have to be at least 16 years old, and he was 15 at the time. And I think it was 2022? It was either 2021 or 2022 where Yan, he finally had his birthday and he could actually like play in the ESL qualifiers and actually play in the Latin American region. So it was a little bit later on he was able to actually, you know, compete and take part. But yeah, one of the younger stars in Latin America. Now, now he's an old man. Now he's like 18. It's over. Ay. But great to see him. Great to see him here, still competing. Still a part of this. Shakti going to be going for a Gate Cyber Expand. Standard opener out of our Protoss player. Meanwhile, Yan going double gas. Interesting. Double gas opener out of Yan. Instead, going for a faster factory and a delayed CC. Delayed command center for Yan. We'll see how he does embrace this. We have our tech of choice. Stargate opener for Shakti. Okay. Do appreciate it. Do love to see it. GM. Here we go. As we have our Reaper dipping in. Again, CC behind this. With our faster factory, this can lead into a Cyclone drop, can lead into Widowmine drop. There are options here for Yan. As Reaper does dip in, just trying to get a full scout, but alas, the Reaper is denied access to the main. Ooh, the Reaper goes down! Massive pick off, and what's terrifying, what's scary, is that Yan did not see the tech, did not see the Stargate, as Phoenixes are amassing, and Yan is in the dark. Yan is in the dark, back at home, getting to Cyclone production. I'm curious if he's going to go for a medevac or for a Viking. A Viking would be a more defensive start because Yan doesn't know what's going on. Cyclone Viking would make sense. If it was medevac, we're going for drop play. What is it going to be? There it is, medevac. Okay, so a more aggressive start for Yan. Moving out with a double Cyclone drop. Meanwhile, the first Phoenix is making its way towards the main. And we'll get a full scout. We'll get eyes on the 1-1-1. Likewise, Yan a little bit more aware what's going on. He does catch the Phoenix. Oh my god. Very, oh no. Lockout is broken. Phoenix will escape, but a nice catch nonetheless, dealing some hull damage. Does force the Phoenixes back. See in the chat. It's after the dark times of 2020. Might as well have been when dinosaurs walked the earth. True. So long ago. Kappa. As Phoenixes dip in. Oh. Force back. Yan pushing forward. Yan, no, he doesn't hold back. Moving out with 3 Cyclones. Can he break this position? Shield batteries are ready. We have the overcharge. The overcharge is prepared. We get 1 Adept. Going for the Phoenixes. We hope the overcharge lift up to those Cyclones. But we do focus out the Phoenixes just barely. Again is breaking through. But down to 1 Cyclone. And just the 1. And it's not going to be enough. The overcharge is just too good. We saved the Stalkers. Stalkers are saved. Phoenixes come in. They lift the Marine. I think that was a bit of a misclick. But Yan is going to be forced back. At least he should be. Yan does have to retreat. Shakti barely holds on. Immortal has arrived, and Shakti even attempts to chase down that last Cyclone. Does he have the lift? Not quite, not yet. He's a couple more seconds. As the Cyclone is barely going to get away. 2 more seconds. 1. Up. Ooh, not quite. Never mind. Lift is available, but the Cyclone does make it back home in time. Oh, but, I spoke too soon. No, the Cyclone. He almost made it. He was at the doorstep. Cyclone is chased down. Behind this, third base is on the way. Now, what I will say, thankfully for Yan, even though he didn't break his opponent, there was no third. He did deny any kind of third base. Shakti was stuck on a 2-base economy, and 2-base versus 2-base, I have to favor the Terran. You have to favor the Terran there. In that scenario, Shakti has some catching up to do. Doesn't have the best economy as long as it's mining. Oversaturated. A lot of the Phoenixes did go down as well. So we pick off 2 SCVs. Phoenix is pulling away. Yeah, see Mondoon in the chat. We'll league of these guys. GM. They're all GM back. Este Mondoon. So do you see Yan being active, getting ready for his eventual move outs. No third CC. Uh-oh. No third CC, 2 extra Raxes. My apologies, I did miss the extra Raxes here behind the base. But this looks like a 2-base all-in. Do we pull the boys? That's the question. Looks like we're not going to quite pull the boys. Not yet. But moving out with a hefty army. It's going to be 4 tanks. We have Vikings to support. We're scanning ahead of time. There is 1 Colossus, but only 1. Tank siege. Up. 2 volleys go off. 1 Stalker goes down. The Stalkers are very low. Colossus flying a little bit too close to the sun. Has to be careful. Pulls away. Tanks are gaining ground. 2nd Colossus has arrived. Vikings, they get a couple of hits in, but we have plenty of Phoenixes. And the first Viking gets started down. The tanks are still not quite within range. Yeah, Yan a little bit too far back. And he cannot push further than that. Charge is done! Oh my god. And Shakti breaks on through, takes down the first 3 tanks. And the 4th tank as well. Yeah, massive engage, massive pickoffs. YanXII rallying in, but the Colossus, they reign supreme. They shut down the final tank, the 5th tank. And the Mass Marine army, it does nothing, has to race back home. Yeah, Yan just caught on siege at the wrong moment. And with that, Shakti snowballing out of control. He can keep going. He can keep pushing. What is it to defend? 0 tanks. 0 tanks. There is a bunker, thankfully. Yan can buy some time. But again, he's in a lot of trouble. Shakti, he sees the lack of third base and backs off. Like, wise move. Doesn't overextend. He's like, you know what? You didn't even have a third. I can just retreat. And there isn't even a third base on the way. Like, Yan is very all in. And the longer this goes on, the worse it becomes for the Terran. Things are looking dire here for Yan. And behind this, Shakti, third base up and running. 4th is on the way. We have a wall of shield batteries. We have extra gateways, +2, Blink, Templar Archives. Things are looking good here for the Protoss. Looking pretty good. Yan sharking around, going for a drop towards the left-hand side. Scans the 4th base. Confirms he's down 2 bases. And we're still not pulling the boys. Impressive. Concerning as well. It's a little bit. Now we get our third base on location, but it's so late. It's such a late third. The observer does confirm. Drop into the main. Shakti doesn't have much in position. Likewise, we see a big rotation toward the left-hand side. We could end up a base trade. Could end up in a base trade instead. Shakti, okay, he does turn around. He recalls back home. Meeks is able to clean up the drop into the main. 4th base goes down. Oh my god, there are so many Marauders. 4th base goes down in a matter of seconds. matter of seconds, but alas, the drop does get 11 workers. It's some damage, but Yan cannot fight the army head on. Cannot fight this. Ah, no. Shakti does catch the tank. Killing the 4th was good, 11 probes as well, but Yan needs more damage. Does come in with a concave. Vikings land is ahead. The Vikings land, they get deleted, and GG gets called. Shakti takes game number 1. Whew. GG. Again, Yan was playing pretty committed and pretty all-in throughout that game, and the first move out was the strongest one for Yan. Unfortunately, it was very unfortunate that he got caught out. He got caught with his pants down. He was unsieged. He lost 5 tanks. 5 tanks went down for Zealots. Like, that was a very efficient fight from Shakti initially when he broke out of the contain, and Yan crumbled. Yan crumbled under the might of Shakti. And with that, we're now getting ready for game number 2. As a reminder, this is the semifinals, and this is to determine who advances on to the grand finals. Let's go. Let us go. Jumping into game 2. And I want to believe that Yan can bounce back. I want to believe, Papi. I want to believe. And again, the lower matches are underway. Cosmo is currently in the quarterfinals, which means we might be able to cast both semis. Might be able to pull that off, but here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Crimson Court, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Hellfire. Down in the series, he has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. It is Yan. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Brazilian Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Eximius Gaming. Up in the series, 1 game away from making it into those grand finals. It is Shakti. Here we go. TVP does continue. Here we go. So once again, double gas opener out of Yan. It looks like once again we're going for a faster factory. Last game this led into a cyclone drop. This time, what's it going to be? Yan has options. Meanwhile, Shakti comes in with the probe scouts and will confirm both gases. Or at least should. For now, tasing away at the SV, just being as annoying as possible. Forces out a second worker. Oh no, he got stuck! Oh my god. Calm down. Probe is going to be forced out of the main. And back at home, Shakti is just expanding. It's expanding. It is Nexus on location. Everything looking normal from the side of the Protoss. Everything looking as it should. There's that factory. And this could be for the beginnings of Reaper Hellion, could be for a Hellion drop, could be for another Cyclone drop, could be going to Widow Mines instead. Widow Mine drop play is a little bit less popular as of late because of the nerf to the Widow Mine. So it has fallen out of fashion and out of favor, but we see it every now and then. Every now and then. Just not sure if Yan is one to embrace it. As the probe does confirm the timing of the factory, does confirm the CC, of course, on the low ground. And Shakti going for a Robo opener. Is this the beginning? Okay, if you're an old school, if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, you would know that Shakti was infamous on the CranKy Ducklings, back when he was not known as Shakti, back when he was called Nano. And he did popularize a certain composition called Nano Mech. That was basically when Nano would stay on one gateway. I think he would skip Warp Gate. He's getting Warp Gate this time, but he would skip Warp Gate. He'd go up to like 4 or 5 Robos. So he'd go Robo, Stargate, extra Robos as well. And he would play a crazy kind of like mech style of PvT where he did not make a single gateway unit and just relied on purely Robo and Skytoss units. It was disgusting. It was crazy. And this could be the beginning of that. I mean, it's a Robo opener into a Bay. This is fast Colossus production. Getting ready for a Colossus drop. I wonder if we're going to bring it back. Is Shakti going to bring it back? We'll keep an eye out for a second Robo. Keep an eye out for it. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. For now, it is going to be the initial Colossus or Disruptor opener. Reaper dips in. Does get a full scout. Does get eyes on the Robo and the bait. Ooh. As Reaper is shut down. The Bay now finishing up. From here, we can go into a Disruptor and War Prison Speed. We're going Colossus. We're going for a Colossus drop. Nina, is that you? Okay. So it's going to be not a Disruptor, but a Colossus drop opener. There is War Prison Speed on the way. Very fancy start here from Shakti. We'll see if we can pull it off. Now, bearing in mind, for the most part, Yan knows. Yan, he saw the Robo, he saw the Bay. It can only be either Disruptor or Colossus drop. So back at home, Yan should be preparing. You can see, yeah, the Cyclone's on patrol. Cyclone is patrolling. It's going to be a Banshee opener out of Yan this time. Cyclone into tank Banshee. Very trendy as of late in TVP. Is securing himself. Tanks are sieging up, but bunkers are getting up and running. Banshee on the way to harass. And Shakti doesn't see. He hasn't seen much of anything. He saw the factory earlier, but he is not aware of the Banshee play. And here comes that first Colossus. Cloak is about to finish, and Shakti does not have detection. He has a Robo, but no Observer. Colossus comes in. Dropping on the tank. Gets 3 Marines. Very nice damage. Colossus does take a bit of hull damage. Cross map Banshee has revealed itself. Oh my god, Colossus taking a lot of hits. So far we get 2 probe kills. You can see that Yan has not revealed Cloak yet. He still has Cloak in the chamber. Observers on the way. Probes are going down. We get 4, almost 5 probe kills. There's the 5th. The Colossus did race back for a moment there. 7, 8 probes. Oh my god. 8 probes. Can we get 9? Can we get 10? 9 probes. 9 probes, and the Banshee lives. The Banshee survives. At the same time, Colossus into the mineral line. SCVs are going down. Oh my god, the boys. Oh no! They stack up! Oh my god! They stack for a moment. 5 SCVs go down. Colossus gets the hell out of there. And we have extra gateways. Okay. We have extra gateways. It's not going to be Nanomech, unfortunately. It's just going to be Robo Colossus into gateway units. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to message Shakti after this. I'm going to... You're like, Papi, remember how you used to play? Can he be an animal once again? Here we go. Yan is breaking out. He defended against the Colossus. He did some good economic damage. And he's moving out with a hefty army. How many tanks? 4. 4 tanks. Both Banshees still alive. Colossus comes in to be annoying. We'll delay the 3rd CC. Does delay. Banshee barely is standing strong. Barely alive in the top right. Scanning at a time. What is it to defend? Oh. There's not much here at the 3rd. Let me tell you. Viking back at home. Colossus under fire. And the 3rd base, it's gonna go down. There's no saving it. There's no shot. And Shakti's turning back around. Nexus is gonna fall. Adepts, Colossus, Stalkers getting in position. Blink is not done. We're pushing in. Oh, these tank volleys are so brutal. Massive tank shots going off. They focus out the Colossus. The Colossus does go down. Yeah, and Shakti just cannot keep up. Not against this kind of army. The prison survives, but GG gets called, and Yan ties up the series 1-1. We are going to the ace match. GG. Let's go. Again, the Colossus drop had potential, but the Banshee opener did even more damage across the map, just crippling the economy, keeping the Protoss pinned back. And alas, Shakti did miss the move out. He missed all those tanks. Wasn't able to keep up and was caught off guard by the massive tank army that did rock up across the map. GG. GG, well played. We're going to game 3, and this could still go either way. And we are back. I apologize for the stream going down, especially after a big raid. I did notice that we had a lot of viewers, so I know that we lost a lot of them. We lost a lot of the viewers out there, and for those of you that stuck around, thank you for sticking around. Again, if you've been watching the channel for the past couple of months, you would know that the stream has been going down for on a daily basis. We did have some technicians come by to fix the issue. They say they did. They said they did. This was a couple of days ago. Never mind. Apparently not. Apparently not. Feels bad, man. But here we go. We're jumping into the ace match of these two players in the semifinals. In the top left-hand corner, we have YanXII for Hellfire. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Brazilian Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing CVS Gaming. It is Shakti. Yeah, we're here in the ace match. I apologize for the stream going down again, but it's just out of my control. I can't really do anything. I think what's concerning is I still have a cast schedule for tomorrow as well, and I guess after tomorrow, I guess on Friday, I'll call them up my ISP, and I have to let them know that, you know, alas, the issue wasn't resolved, and gonna have to come back down and figure out what's going on, figure out what the issue is. Smooch. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Until then, though, we're settling in. Again, we are embracing the ace match here, and oh boy, it's been a pretty intense back and forth so far. We had, of course, YanXII popping off in that previous game. We had Shakti going for a crazy robo opener. That was when I lagged out. Yeah, that was when I lagged out. Smooch, man, smooch. It's all good. A shout out to our players that did allow us, or that did hand over the replay, so we can go over the final game, the ace match, to see how this story did end. Here to find out. We dropped from 250 viewers to 26. Shout out to the 2060 that stuck around. Much love, much love. Smooch. But yeah, we're here to find out how this story does end. For now, double gas opener into a factory here for YanXII. Double gas in factory. Meanwhile, Shakti gonna be opening up with a standard opener. Just going for a gate, cyber, into Nexus on low ground. Everything's looking as it should for the time being. Looking as it should. Reaper dipping in, confirming the opener. Tech of choice is going to be a Twilight Council this time for Shakti. It's going to be that Twilight Council. Reaper dipping in. And with that Twilight Council, this should be a blink-based opener. I say should be. Technically, it could be something crazy like Dark Templar. Could be. But Blink should be on the horizon for our Protoss player. Meanwhile, YanXII across the map. Ooh, embracing another Rax. Okay. This is looking like the beginnings of a 2-base all-in. The reason why I say this is because we are heavily delaying that starport. We could go for a third Rax behind this. Interesting. Oh my. Interesting committed play. Meanwhile, it is going to be a Dark Shrine. He's crazy. No, I'd only said it could be DTs just to cover my bases. I didn't think it would be. But a Dark Shrine has been thrown down. Shakti is going to be spicing it up here with some Dark Templar. Meanwhile, YanXII does go for the third Rax. 2-base all-in. Okay, 2-base all-in from YanXII. Meanwhile, Shakti embracing those Dark Templar. Reaper does dip forward, but does not scout the tech of choice. Yeah, YanXII is in the dark. Unaware what's going on. Now, if YanXII can hold on to some scans, he can survive. He can survive, he can shut this down. If only we hold on to those scans. If not, then the Invisible Man may just end the game. Might just end the game. So here we go, the Prism is moving out. Making his way towards the natural. Dark Shrine finishing up. And those DTs are about to hit the field. And again, we've been muling. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We have been muling. Not like this. Dark Templar are waddling in. No. They're waddling in between the bases. And we're not ready for this. Damage is about to be done. There are no scans. SCVs are falling. SCV's going down in the natural. SCV's going to be going down in the main. We're going to have scans in a couple of seconds, but every second it feels like an eternity here. DTs are swiping away at the mineral lines, at the tanks even as well. Bold move. Okay, we leave the SCV line alone. Going for the tanks. Up. Ooh, we got one. One tank goes down. A scan about to be available. In a couple of seconds, we have one. There's the first scan. First scan to the main, and now we have a second scan for the natural base. This could have been game ending. It's only at 7 SCVs. We could have gone for the mineral line. Alas, Shakti, he went for the tanks instead. Only got the one, and with that, Yen will survive. But remember, this is a 2-base all-in, and losing a tank does weaken this quite a bit as we're going for another Dark Templar, and another as well. The non-stop DTs. Oh no. Yeah, they can't stop. They won't stop. As the first scan goes off in the main base, we have another DT here on the low ground going for another tank. Can he get it? Can he get a second tank? Ah, he can. He can or he will. Up. Oh my god, a second tank does fall. Turrets are now on the way. Another DT into the main. And is this how the story ends? Is this how the series ends? As the DTs are popping off. Oh my god. We get the Cyclone. GG gets called. The Invisible Man is just too much to handle. And Shakti will take the series at 2-1. GG. GG, well played. I'm glad we saw the end. GG, well played. Shakti will claim the series. We'll take it 2-1. Congratulations. My condolences to Yan. He had a great performance making it this far, but did meet his end at the hands of the Dark Templar. GG. GG, well played. Ay, ay, ay. What a way to end it. Congratulations. Congratulations to Shakti as he makes it to the grand finals. And the question becomes, who will face off against him in those finals? Exclamation mark, be in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back yourselves. I do quickly need to set up the YouTube stream though. 1 moment.